Alright, peace and goodness, YouTubers. So, apparently well, not even apparently because I just saw it, so never mind. But yeah, there's a clip floating around, and it's a clip of Mariah Carey at the Jamaican Jazz Festival. And let me word this carefully because the fans of hers always take offense when I say Mariah and lip sync in the same paragraph or video at all. So, Mariah's on stage, and there's vocals coming out of the sound system, and sometimes her mouth may not be in sync with the vocals, so maybe there could have just been some crazy acoustic echoes and reverb that just made it appear that things weren't the way they were. And we'll say that. But anyway, my thing about it, okay, let's just go. Okay, girl lip sync, cool. Here's my 2 cents on it. Now, because Mariah is still a legend, and we know that because you gotta, when stands are watching, you gotta give all the accolades first before you can say anything, or they want to come and fight. You need lives. But anyway, okay, we know that she's a legend. We know she did the 18 number ones and however many hundreds of million records. Cool. Here's my thing. What I will say about Mariah, before I give my full 2 cents on the lip syncing issue, is that I give her some pity mainly because when you look at somebody like Mariah or even Whitney when Whitney was still here, their entire catalog is vocally challenging. They don't have any songs that are easy to sing. They don't get a song, there's not a song in their set list where they can finally cut back on the vocals and be like, oh, finally, something easy to sing. Let me just do a little coup and a riff and a run for y'all real quick. No, every single thing in their catalog is sing at the top of your range and test your vocal limit, over and over and over for 2 hours every night for 150 shows for 20 years. That's their entire existence as entertainers. So I sympathize with the fact that, damn, the reason why their voices sound the way they do today is because they've overworked them. Like, I know people like to talk about Whitney and say, oh, it's the drugs that ruined her voice. But if you really follow her, I think one big aspect that really jacked up her voice was the Bodyguard tour, because the tour was too long and it lasted for like 2 years. And, you sing I Have Nothing every night for like 200 shows, see what your voice sound like afterwards. And yeah, you add drugs and stuff in later, yeah, but I feel like it has an aspect of it. And when you look at Mariah's career, Mariah was definitely pushed vocally as an entertainer with the live performances. And over time, you get in your 40s and your voice isn't as flexible as it used to be. Your larynx can't really open up as much as it used to, and the tone of your voice has changed. You have kids and you lose that 1 octave, and stuff happens. So there's sympathy on that aspect. Now, what I will say, Mariah, is listen, you got too much money and you have too much acclaim to keep having these mishaps in your performances, because what you're doing is destroying your legacy, okay? People were already mad at that Christmas performance, which I don't know why, because if you watched the one from the year before, the same thing happened. I was like, well, where is the shock? I saw that coming. But, you have too much acclaim, is what I'll say. And the thing about it is, I'm not really shocked in just following her. She's been living for years. It's no secret. And I mean, I'm not going to say it's a bad thing. It might be a bad thing for an artist that doesn't do anything on stage. These thin voiced singers that don't dance or do anything. Lip syncing for them, it just looks terrible. What is your purpose in life? Somebody like Mariah, fans want to hear that same extremely high C in the 7th octave every single time. And if you just physically can't do it, hell, I do the same thing. Go ahead. Can you all put in the live vocal C over middle E 7th octave from 1996? Input it right there. So right when I get ready to do it, you just push play. Thank you. I would do that crap too. But I don't know. But listen, Mariah, if you're gonna lip sync, you need to do it right. Okay, you need to either graduate from the school of Beyonce or the school from Janet, because those are 2 people who do not get it wrong when it comes to lip syncing. I don't think I can find a clip of Janet messing up lip syncing anywhere. Minus there was like a clip from the recent tour, and even then she was still singing live. It was just the backing track didn't come in right, and she had to sing live for a second. And it didn't go too well, but they was able to fix it. So whoever was on her team, I'm sure she cut one of their fingers off or something. But that was it. Beyonce, yeah, she had a few mishaps, but still, you might want to take a cue from the Beyonce school, because the issue was the cameraman was in your face, Mariah, just right up in here. So we just saw all the mouth movement. See, so you should have did the Beyonce, because she does like the hair thing when she's singing. She just does that, so the hair is just in the face. So even if you're messing up the song, nobody can see the words that I'm saying. So it just doesn't matter. Alright, and what Janet likes to do, what I notice is, she doesn't put lots of emphasis on the mouth movement. It's kind of just like one big giant slurred word. So she goes on stage and she kind of does don't you worry, I'm gonna think you're crazy, I'm getting time of your life. Like, so you can't, even if she's effing up the words and she's not singing them right, you wouldn't notice. But, I don't know. So I would say some people could probably lay off Mariah, but Mariah, my thing about Mariah is just like, it's obvious that you lip sync. And what got me is, I remember this time last year, I said my 2 cents about what happened when I went to BT Honors, and I said what I saw. and her fans came in and wanted to give death threats and call me a hater and all this stuff. I'm like, it's not hating. Oh, and then the worst part was like, they're like, no, you gotta watch this part because it was overdubbed and this, that, and the third. And this. I'm like, I was in there. I was right there. I know it. So I said what I said. Like, so, I don't know. Anyway, Mariah has a place in here somewhere. Somewhere in here. I gotta find it, but it's in here with me. So I'm not gonna rip her apart. She's going through a rough time. Leave Mariah alone. Let her have a moment. All right. She did enough for y'all. Just, you know. But Mariah, listen. You better not ever mess up Fantasy again. Okay. There's just some songs that even if you don't like Mariah, there's a song or two that you can rock with. And Mariah has never been my type of artist, but Fantasy and Breakdown have always been my two. Okay. So if there's ever a day where I don't like Mariah or some crap and somebody's trying to make me be on Team Mariah, all they gotta do is play Fantasy. One good time and it's on. So you gonna mess up the one song that I vouch for you for? Man, mix me with that. Anyway, subscribe. Mariah, you'll be fine, but get that together because if you want people to buy tickets for this Vegas thing you're trying to do, you better do some free Central Park concerts or something and redeem some of these open performances. You better be like Diana Ross, all right? You better land it on a helicopter or something. Anyway, I'm out.